Wealthy live. Do this one thing $100,000. You want the best life possible with the least amount of time spent working. This is an eye-opener. It's just about one thing, and that's to push a big wheel of capital that will be unstoppable. I've come up with a simple strategy through which I want to achieve financial independence, and it's achievable for everyone. If you're young, you have the most valuable commodity in the universe, and that's time, and you have to make the most of it. If we look at what the average life of a person who graduates and then works from 9 to 5 looks like, and he doesn't invest much and only trades his time for money, he will work until retirement, which he will reach around 70 years of age. So to sum up, he struggles with his studies for several years, graduates from school at 26, and that's 44 years until retirement. There are an average of 260 working days in 1 year, and the average working hours are 8 hours a day. With simple math, we can find out that he will spend 91,520 hours at work in his lifetime. And that's not counting the time spent on studies and some part-time jobs or side jobs. And that's not a lot. I'm going to show you how to shorten this working time in your life, and you can still have a much better life. My main opinion is that studying is definitely not for most people, unless you explicitly need it for your dream job, like if you wanted to be a lawyer, doctor, or some kind of atomic scientist, then there is nothing to do at university. You will just owe a huge amount of money for your studies, and it is very difficult to get out of it. If you are directly concerned with securing a life, and you do not mind doing less qualified work, that way you can achieve financial independence before university students even graduate. So my strategy is to earn as much money as possible right after high school and invest that money first and apply deferred consumption. It's all about investing $100,000 first and then letting it grow. The average American salary is $59,428 per year. So if you focus on earning as much as possible first, you can be financially independent in 2 to 4 years. So let's say you're 18 to 19 years old after high school, and you give up vacations for 2 years, give away all the expensive things and everything you don't need now. Don't worry, in a few years you can treat yourself to all of that several times. Let's say you put on hustle mode and really give it a go 2 years of life, and you will easily work 12-hour shifts, do odd jobs and weekends and holidays, and you will quickly increase your income to $100,000 in 1 year. So after 2 years, you will have $100,000 invested, and then for the next 5 years, you will slowly relax and work like a completely average person, and you will not touch these investments and let them grow. So at 21, you will have invested $100,000, and for the next 5 years, it will accrue interest, and you will live normally just going to work normally. So after 5 years, when people graduate from college, your investments will have accrued interest to, say, $180,000, and you will have no debt for your studies, and you will have a peaceful life at 26. And at that very moment, you will start withdrawing money from your investments, but only 2% per year, which is $3,500, and you will still go to work. So, you often start to have a better car or other things that make you happy on a better vacation. But you still have more and more in investments every year, because the interest is 10 to 15% per year. So every year there are 2% more. And you have to work less and less. And at 35 years old, you can already have $350,000, and 2% of that is $7,000. Of course, if after 26 years of life, you still do not withdraw and instead invest, it can be much more money. And at 40 years old, you should already have $500,000, $600,000 by this method, and you start withdrawing 3% per year, so you will already have $18,000. And you can work, for example, only 3 days a week to have enough money for everything you need. At 50, you will have over $1 million, and it is up to you whether you will be able to live only on investments or work a little to do it. Of course, everyone has different ambitions, and some people just need a more modest life. But if we retired here and started withdrawing 4 to 5% per year, which is a safe number according to investors so that the portfolio does not lose value. Then we have $40,000, $50,000, and we can live well on that. And if we add up the hours spent at work so far, we find that it is not the 91,520 hours. It can easily be half of what others spend at work. With this video, I mainly wanted to show how important it is to work hard at the beginning, because it pays off a lot. That is the power of capitalism. Also, if you put money into investments until you are 30 years old and withdraw less money, you can reach amounts like $10, 100 million in your life. But that is up to everyone who wants what kind of life, and if it is necessary for you to own expensive cars or real estate, or if you just want to have a quiet, secured life. This is just to show how I think about investing, and according to this pattern, you can tell yourself how much money is your goal. Of course, more money means more work. And most importantly, set your priorities in advance so you don't chase someone else's dreams.